2019 and I was ready to start pursuing my clothing brand dream. And this was a dream I had back when I was 13, 14. I remember it, I had a t-shirt come and it had the Tokyo or Japanese writing on it. It was like a Tokyo themed t-shirt. And I remember I looked at my mum and I was like, Mum, this is what I want to do. I want to create a clothing brand. I want to be like a fashion designer. This is what I want to do. And it always lingered in my mind and I was like, when am I going to start? When am I going to start? In 2019, I started creating it. It was called Lucid Planet. Never took it anywhere, and I'll get into that in a second. But I remember I started it, created the Instagram. I started creating like posters and I started creating designs. I was on the Reddit for streetwear and I was posting my ideas there, getting feedback and really trying to pursue this dream. Watching YouTube videos on how to grow a fashion brand. I was all in. I remember I created the Instagram and the one thing that was lingering in the back of my mind was, I can't tell my friends this. I can't tell my friends about my fashion brand. They'll laugh at it. They're going to not encourage me to do it. They're going to belittle it. And I knew this in the back of my mind. I could never tell them. So I kept it hidden. It was just something I was doing in my spare time. Passion, pure love of the game. I wanted to create a fashion brand. And then I remember I had the Instagram and one of my friends followed it. And from that moment, my heart sunk because I already knew the group chat they had was already filled with the pictures of my brand and they was laughing at it. They were probably criticizing it, talking bad on me, all these things. And I knew it was happening. So then we're meeting at the park and we're going to my friend's house to go do some drugs. And in the back of my mind, I knew they all knew. I knew they all knew about this fashion brand I was trying to start. And then I remember when we was high, they told me about them knowing about my fashion brand and they started kind of criticizing it. They was like, oh, it's cool, but it's too American. You should be more like Nike. I wouldn't wear that. Like, make something we can wear. And at the time, because I was high, I didn't really take it all in, but it broke me, bruv. I remember coming home the day after on a come down. I felt like absolute shit. And I was completely demotivated to do my fashion brand. The people around me, my friends who I thought were good friends, weren't supporting my ideas. And of course, you've got to be open to criticism. You've got to be able to have constructive criticism. But when you're young and you're naive and your validation comes from your friendship group and you just want to be liked, that shit can crush your spirit. And now that I'm not friends with those, or I don't have friends who belittle my ideas, in fact, I'm around people who support me and encourage me to pursue my dreams, wow, is it such a world of a difference. If you're in a friendship group right now where you can't be yourself, you can't dress the way you want to because they're going to laugh at you, you can't pursue YouTube because you're worried what they're going to think, you can't start that fashion brand because you're worried they're going to show it to the school and they're all going to laugh at you, cut them off, G. They're not your friends, bro. And neither should they even be your friends. If they can't support you in what you want to do with your life, what you're just trying to do, you're trying to make it, and they're belittling you and discouraging you from doing it, they're not friends, bro. And likely, they're probably jealous that you're pursuing something and they're not doing anything. And I remember for about a year, I never started a fashion brand again because of those thoughts that kept going through my mind. It lingered with me for a long time. You know, the voices in your head, they lived in my head rent-free. I was scared to start things because of what they thought. Even when I wasn't friends with them for a while, I was so scared of what they were going to say about me. My mind was so messed up. I was doing so many drugs. I wasn't looking after myself. And I was so scared to pursue my dreams. And that shouldn't be happening. Your friends are meant to be there as supportive. They should support your dreams, your goals, aspirations. They should be an add-on to your life, not something that takes away from it. And I'm just here to say, if you have those sort of friends that are holding you back, or you feel like you can't do certain things because of them, cut them off, bro. That's not a true friend. That's not a long-term friendship you want to have. And if it means you have to go alone for a bit, so be it. I remember during COVID lockdown, I had no friends. I had like one person I spoke to, and we weren't even that good of friends. And then later on, I started making friends, maybe towards the end. But for a long time, it was just me, alone, no one to talk to. But I had music, I was creating music. And even then, when I was creating music, they were still laughing at me. everything I did was just, oh, what's Jacob trying now? What's he doing here? Fuck him, bro. You don't need those kind of people in your life. You really don't. You want people who support you. And if in the beginning there's no one supporting your dreams, fuck them. They're not worth your time. They don't support how you're trying to grow. You know, usually it's the other way around. It's usually when you make it, people go, oh, look at him. But if you're just trying, you're trying something with your life, and people are belittling you, just cut them off, bro. I remember there's an ASAP Rocky video I watched a while back, and he was reading comments or something, reading Twitter comments, and one of the guys dissed him because he was trying to be like something, and he literally goes like, trying? Like, what's wrong with trying? You know, at least I'm trying something. I used to watch that video a lot. That used to inspire me quite a lot to be like, yeah, I am trying. Like, let me try this. Like, what have you got to lose trying? And if your friends don't support you while you're trying, then, again, it's hard. It's not easy. But I know you know the right thing to do is to cut them off. You're having those thoughts in your head, I need new friends. But you're not cutting them off because you're scared. You're scared to be alone. You don't know what's going to happen. You're scared of the unknown. But believe me, bro, there are true friends out there you can find, whether it's in the gym, a social group in church, university, school. There are true friends out there who won't judge you, who will support what you do. They accept you for who you are. You shouldn't have to try fit in, because then you end up losing yourself and you become even more depressed. Just be yourself, bro. Pursue what you want to pursue. And take risks. It doesn't fucking matter what they think.